안녕하세요. Today I would like to share 3 tips on how to navigate studying Korean as a beginner. Number one, you need to get a tutor. If you can afford to get a tutor, please kindly do. While I was studying Korean as a beginner, it was because I couldn't afford to pay a tutor. That's why I went for self-studying. So you can choose to self-study if you can't afford a tutor. But a tutor will make you get to your goal faster than you studying on your own. Number two, don't try to understand everything as a beginner. You are a beginner in a language that is not your own. While I was studying as a beginner, the number one thing that I used to tell myself is that, Rahima, don't try to understand everything. This is not your language. So whatever you see while you are self-studying, just accept it like that. For example, I never knew that there is something called bachim while I was studying Korean as a beginner. But whenever they want to pronounce a particular word, for example, pangmulgwan, pangmulgwan means museum. The way it is spelled is different from the way it is pronounced. I couldn't understand. My brain couldn't wrap through the why they are pronouncing it like that. But with later, like 1 year or 1 year and a half, during my study, I was able to find out that because of the batching rules, that was why they pronounce it like that. So don't try to understand everything. Just accept it like that and don't rush yourself while you are studying. There are some times that you would see something and there's some times that I will see something and I wouldn't understand it. I will just leave it for later. That later in the future while I'm studying it, I would later like pick it up. That's the way I wrap myself up right. So don't try to understand everything. Just accept it the way it is. Number three, always practice. Always make sure that you're practicing. Writing practice, listening practice, speaking practice, and reading practice. While I was studying as a beginner, like 6 months into Korean study, there is a particular textbook that I got from a friend. It's in PDF format. So all what is inside that textbook is just Korean passages. Like the way we used to read by English passages when we were still in primary school. So something like that. And what I do is I don't try to understand it too. My goal was to like read. So I forced myself to read those passages from A to Z. Even though the way I'm pronouncing it, I don't like it. But with time, I got to notice that like my reading skills improved. So that was why I started practicing my reading practice. As for my writing practice, whenever I'm studying, I always make sure that I write the Korean itself. I write the Korean, the transliteration, and the translation. But with time, I got to improve in my writing. So I focus more on writing the Korean itself and writing the English translation. As for the listening and the speaking part, it was hard for me. So through my Korean videos and my content, I get to practice speaking. And for listening, I usually watch Korean variety shows like Jessie Shotavio, Jadu TV. I'm currently obsessed with this short K-drama clip whereby I learn new phrases and then practice my speaking skills and also my listening skills. So I try to like listen to what they're saying naturally, repeat after them, write it down, look for the meaning on Google because I watch it with Korean subtitle. So that's how I like practice my Korean listening and speaking skills through YouTube videos. So that's the 3 tips I want to share with you guys. So I hope it is very useful for you and good luck in your language journey. It doesn't have to be like you don't have to like apply it to Korean language alone. You can apply it to any different kind of language that you are studying, maybe German, French, Chinese, Japanese, any language. Just follow these steps. Thank you for listening. Bye.